Today is Friday, May 20th, and it's another adventure time, and I have the Miles. We are on the fast blue line right now, and we are headed towards Walnut Creek to go have a fun day on transit in the bay. So yeah, stay tuned. So after 2 whole hours on this thing, we are now in Walnut Creek. 2 hours is pretty brutal, but I only paid $4 for it, so valid. Yeah, now it's time to transfer to the BART, and we're gonna take that to the bay. The beautiful Oakland scenery for me, and now you. So after something like 3 consecutive hours of travel, we are now at Colma to start today's adventure. And today's adventure will be putting us on Samtrans, my home agency. I haven't actually ever made a video on Samtrans, and I'm super excited because it's my home agency and I haven't ridden it for so long. And today's adventure is taking us to the coast. This is actually Miles' idea, so this is going to be exciting. Oh, sorry, there we go. This was Miles' idea. So we're going to be taking the Samtrans Route 112 to Lindamar Park and Ride, and then we will be hopping on the 17, Samtrans' coast service.
That's more than 4 hours.
So right now, Miles and I are on the Samtrans 112. This is taking us from the Colma BART to Lindamar in Pacifica. So after our ride on the 112, we are now in Pacifica at the Lindamar Park and Ride. Ooh, and there's a baby gillig coming in. And here we have some time to go visit the most scenic Taco Bell. So some thoughts on the 112 was that it was a nice ride. It reminded me of like being in SoCal and riding the bus right next to the beaches, except here it's much colder and you can't really go swimming as much. But yeah, it was nice re-riding Samtrans again. I've definitely missed it. Samtrans is what carried me to elementary, middle, and high school, so it is a large part of my childhood. Miles, what did you think?
Good bus, good views.
Yes.
What more to ask?
Good bus, good views. So this Taco Bell in Pacifica near the Lindamar Park and Ride is touted as the most scenic Taco Bell there is in the world because it's perched atop a sort of bluff overlooking the beach. I've been here before. It's scenic, sure, and it's Taco Bell, so lunch.
It's authentic.
It's authentic.
It's authentic.
Authentic food.
Let's skip.
It's still kind of amazing to me that in only around 3 to 4 hours, Miles and I traveled from Davis all the way to the beach. And the adventure continues because our next mission is to hop on the Samtrans 17 bus that'll take us down towards Half Moon Bay. An adventure that I've been trying to go on for a while. Miles and I just got off of the Route 17. Is it still in the back? Yeah, it is. We just got off of the Route 17. We rode it from Pacifica to here in Half Moon Bay, a distance of about 10 miles. It was a very short trip. It was very fun and enjoyable. The 17 is run by 29-foot baby buses. That's what I call them. They're just little bouncy Gillig low floors that are the 29-foot versions with one door. And it was such an interesting route because it's like the planners looked at the tiniest streets they could find and just said, yeah, let's put a bus there. Miles, what did you think?
Yeah, definitely one of the more interesting buses I've been on. A lot of like interesting deviations and lots of really cool views. So like, should run more frequently. But other than that, it's a good bus.
Yeah, the deviations that we served, like we served the Seton Coastside Medical Center, and that's obviously an important deviation. I just wish it was more frequent, like Miles said. Like, once an hour for this route is not enough, especially considering how fast it goes. But yeah, now we are just off in Half Moon Bay. We're going to explore a little bit. So, up there is the Half Moon Bay Ball and Miles, and we're walking up to it. Might get shot by the Air Force. Woo! On second thoughts, neither of us want to get shot by the Air Force, so we're just walking up this road instead that goes away from the Pillar Point station. So, behind us is the ball, behind us is the ocean. We have walked on top of this pathway, and it's windy, so we're going back down. So after seeing the pretty views, we are walking towards Princeton sort of center. I don't know, it's just a neighborhood of Half Moon Bay. And yeah, we just killing just a little bit of time before our 17 bus that'll take us to Half Moon Bay town proper. Well, unfortunately, there goes the bus we were going to catch, so now we have to figure out something to do. Well, it wouldn't be a Zelig Streets and Travels video without being passed up by a bus op, huh? So yeah, that just happened. Now Miles and I are trying to figure out what to do because the 17 only comes once per hour. So because the Samtrans driver of the last 17 decided to be mean and strand us here, it's like we were standing at a bus stop. What else were we going to be doing there besides waiting for the bus? Anyway, we are now walking to a different bus stop so we can catch the Route 18, which is actually a school tripper for the Half Moon Bay High School. So we're going to go spend some time with some high schoolers. And we're going to ride the Route 18 up towards Moss Beach and then catch another 17 down, just so that we're not spending an entire hour here. And yeah, we'll see how this goes. Being passed up by buses necessitates consolation ice cream. So in a bit of a funny turn of events, we decided to not ride the 18 because it's a packed bus filled with high schoolers, so kind of pointless, and it was also running late. But instead, we're just going to wait for the next 17, and hopefully this one won't turn us away. So while waiting for the next 17, we found this weird skylit indoor-outdoor mall situation that Miles thinks is weird. It's creating sort of a greenhouse effect, so it's a lot hotter in here than it is outside. So after killing some more time, here we are at another bus stop waiting for the 17. Hopefully this one won't leave us to like fend for ourselves again. Right? We'll see. Updates to follow. So we got off of the 17 and now we're here in downtown Half Moon Bay. Just vibing, waiting for the 294 that's going to take us to Caltrain, to the Hillsdale Caltrain. So it goes over the hill and then drops off in the bay. And what's nice about this stop that we're waiting at is that there's a stop sign behind us, so the bus is legally obligated to stop for us. Okay, so we rode the 294 and now we're back in my home turf on, well, Hillsdale, home turf, Bay Area, close enough. And now we're going to catch Caltrain and fill some time just seeing transit stuff because Miles is from SoCal and hasn't seen Bay Area things before.
Last weekend. It was love set. Who was it?
So Miles and I got off the Caltrain. We're in 4th and King now.
4th and King.
What do you think of 4th and King?
It's crowded.
You wanted to see this? Yes, we did not realize that today is a Giants game day. It's nice to see that the drunk fans are returning to Caltrain. Nature is healing. The city's coming back to life. Yeah. So we're trying to figure out what we want to do with our time now, and updates will follow. So we have decided that we're going to hop on the Muni T line because we want to go see West Portal and the Muni Underground section. My favorite section of Muni, actually. So once again, just like last week, I find myself at Forest Hill. Miles and I are here, deepest Muni station, but only briefly because the train that we want is right there. I know, right? Bus bunching, or train, I guess. So we have arrived, We have arrived at the West Portal station. And our next mission is to get to Mission Dolores Park on the J. J is in Juliet. So now that we're at West Portal, it looks like the move is to catch the L bus, which is unfortunately still not a back to being the streetcar. It's still a bus, but we're going to catch the L bus, and that's going to take us to a way we can get closer to Mission Dolores Park. So, once again, just like last week, I have returned to the place of the famous Market Street U-turn, and also the even prettier views. So we're here to try 33 that's going to help us get to Mission Dolores Park. Our 33 has dropped us off in one of my favorite places in San Francisco, Mission Dolores Park. And we're at the bottom of the park right now, but once we get to the top, it'll be easy to see why this is my favorite. I miss having that much energy. So after that ride and visit to Mission Dolores Park, I don't think it's that hard to see why it's my favorite part of San Francisco. And now we're back at Embarcadero, and we're here for a short walk to the ferry building because, in my opinion, no visit to SF or the Bay is complete without a ride on a Sunset ferry. We come out of the Embarcadero station and, oh, it's gone, but there, PCC, it's a PCC. Goodbye to the Bay for the time being, so yeah, goodbye Bay, I'll probably see you in like a week. But yeah, now it's time to hop on the ferry to Oakland. So the ferry provided some very good views. Miles, do you have any thoughts to share on the ferry?
Ferry vibes were off the charts today, I would say.
They were immaculate. They were immaculate.
Yes.
Yes. But yeah, now we're in Oakland Jack London Square, the place with trains running down the middle of the street. And now we have some time before we catch our train, the Coast Starlight, back to Davis. So at long last, we are on the Coast Starlight, and it's actually in a refurbished Superliner car. It's got new, shiny leather seats. I'm gonna be real for a sec. I think the old ones were better. I like the cloth. Miles, what do you think?
I think the new ones are better, if I'm being honest.
Spicy.
But I do like cloth, so I don't know. Maybe ask me when we get to Davis.
It's 2 hours to Davis from here, and then we'll be back in Davis.
It would be in your best interest to be in the seat that was assigned you underneath your seat check in case you fall asleep, to ensure that the conductors can find you when your train station stop comes up, that they can wake you up and make sure you don't miss your stop. Also, another thing to keep in mind, This train is going to be sold out tonight, but it sells out at Sacramento, which is at midnight. So if you have an empty seat next to you, unless you plan on getting woke up at midnight and moved over, please have that seat vacated for the passengers boarding. Otherwise, we will harass you in the middle of the night and get you to move to allow accommodations for the passengers that have purchased that seat next to you. Once again, it is quiet time. If you want to carry on a conversation, talk on the cell phone, or do anything else that makes noise that would disrupt your neighbor, please go to the lounge car.
Lounge car vibes. Good morning. It is now 11:13 p.m. 14, and we are back in Davis after it's been 15 hours.
Yes.
Yes, it's been 15 hours of traveling with Miles, doing plenty of transit on 14 vehicles.
Yes.
Thank you for doing that math. Yeah, this was a very
8
fun
modes.
day. 8 modes. We did,
Intercity bus.
yes.
Okay.
I'm too tired for this.
Okay, we got intercity bus, we got BART, we got local bus, and then another local bus, then another local bus, then another local bus, and then we got commuter rail, and
Caltrain,
then we
shout
got streetcar, then we got another bus,
Local bus.
and then another streetcar. Another bus, another streetcar, and then
Ferry.
trolley bus.
Oh, yeah, there was trolley bus.
Then there was
Count.
ferry, and then there was a long distance train. 8.
And now we're back in Davis.
Oh, and bike. I don't know if you count bike, but
Well, I mean, we
did
were only
bike
biking to like
station.
to the silo, but
To the silo, yeah.
there's also a ton of walking. But yeah, I had a very fun time. I've been looking forward to going and visiting the coast via Samtrans, and I've been looking forward to riding Samtrans again for a long time because, you know, it's my home agency and I never made videos about it. So I had a really great day. Miles?
I also had a really good day. I've been wanting to take Caltrain forever. I had never taken Caltrain before, so today was my first day. So I'm very happy that I got the chance to do a little Caltrain action.
Yeah, Caltrain.
And I also like a good beach and bus mashup, so that was cool too.
SoCal moment.
Yes.
So yeah, thank you for watching. Follow him on Twitter, Real Deal.
Yes.
And yeah, I'll see you next time.